All right, we are back. It's Bayou time. It's Mardi Gras time. Look at the group we have on the desk today. This is unbelievable. Gavin Dugas. Everybody knows Gavin by now for sure. S.P. LaRussa, the founder of Hercules. And look at Nelson Kramer, the king this year. Royalty galore. SP, another year.
Well,
Tell me about it. You got some stars on both sides of you right
I'm
here.
excited because, I don't have too many more left, but I'm excited to make this thing happen. The weather's outstanding. We're going to have a good day to roll. And, we're celebrating our 39th ride, but it's the 40-year anniversary for Crew Hercules. Yeah. We started this with a guy called Larry Poitras. He called me at 1:30 in the morning. He said, let's start a carnival club. I said, Larry, I can't get out my bed at 1:30 in the morning. Let's start it. 30 days later, he said 200 people were going to be there. 20 people showed up, and we made them all float captains, and that's how Hercules started. And since that time, my wife was very active with Aphrodite and Cleopatra. They introduced me to Blaine Kearns in New Orleans. Gee whiz. Him and I hit it off so good. I mean, he made Hercules. He sent floats down here, and we can select any float, any parade in Bacchus and Endymion. I go up there, and I take whatever theme I want next year. Mm-hmm. No other person can do that with the Kearns operation. So Hercules is, good for Houma. We're going to have the biggest parade that ever hit the street. Be 36 super floats. I mean super floats. Some of them will have 50 people on them. And we're going to ride down that street, and we're going to throw a lot of beads.
So y'all going to be able to make the turn right here by HTV?
We're going to make the turn. They made it they pushed it back a little bit.
Just don't hit my building, all right?
But, it's going to be a great year. The weather's going to be great. And look, we have a great Grand Marshal. Yep. This young boy, he is something else, I guarantee. I told him earlier, I went to LSU. I played baseball, freshman, and football, and I went to McNeese and finished up. But this kid here, I know what he went through. We honored in Houma, Louisiana, as the Crew of Hercules to have him as our Grand Marshal.
Well, you say young boy, I say young man.
Well, young man.
He really sprung up on
the
scene. And not to mention he's a good guy, too.
Well, I was, too, at one time.
Don't corrupt him now, right? Let him be himself up there.
You got it.
I'm a little concerned about that.
Well, just remember, Hercules will be on the street Friday.
Yeah.
Parade starts at 6 o'clock at the mall area. And we wound up on Barrow Street by the old town hall. And, man, we've been loading beads for 3 weeks.
So let's do this, because I'm going to get to Gavin, but let's elders for we respect our elders over there. The king, Nelson Kramer. How's this been for you? Because, I've done that before, so I know what you're going through. It's tiring. There's a lot of parties. You got to be everywhere. But then all of a sudden you start pulling a little energy together for the big ride, and you're right there. It's right upon you.
It's tomorrow, and here it goes. Here we're going to be. I've been having a great time. I got a great court, the goddesses. I got beautiful pages. We're going through a lot of parties, but those parties mean nothing. This is the time. Tableau was last Saturday. We had a great time. Thousands and thousands of people were there. Everybody enjoyed themselves. It's one of the biggest ones we ever had.
I haven't seen that many people in the Civic Center since Styx played.
They had to have over 4,000 people in that Civic Center. And while you get him to talk, but I want to mention something. He, in his court, was actually one of the best king in court that I've seen in 40 years.
But that's because y'all brought youth in with Gavin Dugas. So, Gavin, this is a big deal. I mean, when you turn, you're used to the limelight by now. I mean, you played national championship game. But when you turn that corner to get on the parade route, I know you're too young to really remember Elvis, but you will feel like Elvis. Your legs are going to start shaking. A lot of people. Tell me your thoughts right now.
I'm really excited to experience the whole thing. I've heard a lot about it. I heard that when you take that turn, it's a pretty awesome experience, and it's very humbling. So I'm excited just to kind of take it all in, and it's my first ever float to ride on and pray to be a part of. So I'm just excited for the whole experience.
Now, when I was talking to SP, he's full of ideas. He said, Martin, we got this football, and it's a good football. It's LSA. So he got baseballs too, huh?
Yep, correct.
So not only footballs, which people throw all the time in Mardi Gras, but he got you the baseball.
Baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they're not the real base. They're not going to knock somebody out. But
Safety.
yeah, you ready to go with that?
Absolutely.
That's the
I
most
hope to be
baseballs
pretty
you'll
sore.
ever throw.
Oh, yeah. I should be pretty sore the next day, and it'll be worth it.
Yeah, and I see your dad's in the studio today. And is he riding with you?
Of course, he'll be right next to me.
Is that gonna be fun or what?
Oh, yeah, I'm
to
excited.
Ride with your dad.
Hopefully we can get my mom and girlfriend on there, too, to make
Really?
it happen. Yeah, that's the
Well, that
plan.
would
We haven't
be
talked
good.
to SP about it yet, but maybe we can get it done. So.
Really?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
SP, look, I'm gonna be his broker, right? Now, can we cut that deal?
Man, you know I can make everything happen.
All right, you got it.
Let's go.
You, see?
Let's
You can't
go.
go back
Hey,
on it
I'm shaking in
now.
on that one.
All right, so
And
the
Martin,
king-
I've been in the club for 34. This is my 34th year, so this is a really good experience for me and my family. They've really enjoyed it. So it's Hercules, and everybody knows that we are the best. They come out on the street, so we're going to show y'all tomorrow night that we're going to be rocking the house.
That's going to be a fun time. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. We're going to talk some more. Hercules here. We got 2 more segments with him, and then we'll talk a little shop with Gavin. But don't forget, it's Mardi Gras time here in Houma. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems, modern technology and timeless caring. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
All right, we are back. The crew of Hercules, they're getting ready to roll. Let me go to the king real quick. So, King Kramer,
That's
you get chosen to be king, and you decide to jump in there and do it. Was it what you thought it was going to be, or did it exceed expectation?
Oh, I exceed my expectation because really, if you look at it, there's a lot of things goes on, and you have to represent Hercules to all these other courts that you meet up at all the parties, and all the other clubs have been more responsible than I ever dreamed of because they've come to everything that we had, any party, Duke's party, all the other courts were there.
Yeah.
So we appreciate
Tell the
that.
audience a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Well, I am retired for the last 10 years. I went to Terrebonne High School and graduated in 1970. We attended Nichols for 1 semester and then drafted in the U.S. Army. Served in Vietnam as a veteran. And when I got out, I went to work for a couple of places. Then I wound up at Columbia Gulf Transmission Company, worked there for 42 years. And then I retired after 42 years of good service. So pipelining was rough, but here I am.
All right. Good. And thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
We appreciate that. And Gavin, if I remember right, you graduated in 2018, right?
Correct.
All right. And what have you done since you graduated?
Had a
Remember that
couple of
old Joe
things.
Montana commercial with a priest at Notre Dame asked, "What have you done since you graduated?" Well, it's obvious, but God, what a young career so far. Tell me about the journey so far.
It's a lot of people don't know it's been pretty rough, but it's also been awesome. You know, it's a lot of adversity, a lot of success and failure. More failure than success that people don't know about. But it shaped me into the man that I am today. Obviously, my mom and dad got me started and created me into the person I was to kind of handle all this stuff. So I'm pretty thankful for the foundation that was set in Houma. Coming into the world, going to the big city of Baton Rouge, and trying to conquer that place. But got a lot of opportunity and a lot of things that I could take advantage of over there. So I'm glad I got to experience it.
And how do you, not that high school doesn't do a great job of shaping people, it does. But the leap from graduating from high school, then you get to LSU, and every time you walk out, you got all these people, they flood the stadium, and the media's there and everything. The growth period from high school to there, talk about that a little bit.
I mean, you go to a school of 500 kids, K through 12, and then you go to LSU where it's 20,000 kids. You become a needle in the haystack there. So it's very humbling. Just coming out the gate, you walk to class every day and you see a new group of people every day, and you'll probably never see that same person again, which is interesting. But you come from Houma where everybody knows everybody. And do that. So it's definitely a big change, but it prepared me. Home Christian set me in the right way, set the standards in my life and the foundation. But moving on to school and seeing all those fans and all those supporting people that came every day and were with us 24/7, it was awesome. It was good to create long-lasting friendships and do the whole deal, playing ball and graduating and everything. So.
And you got something a lot of people will never have, a national championship. I mean, what was that like?
It's really
is it
hard to
still
describe.
like?
Yeah, no, it's hard to describe. It's a very exciting experience that I was lucky to be a part of. I got to steal another year out of LSU from COVID, which I was very fortunate from. And like I said, I couldn't have been more happy to decide to come back for my 5th year and do that because that's what I've been wanting to do my whole life. I wouldn't say my life's complete, but it's pretty close to getting there with winning a national championship for LSU in the state of Louisiana. So.
And I'm going to come back and get a little more information from you, but I want to ask the King and SP, the camaraderie. He's used to it from Houma Christian to LSU. You build relationships along the way, and the camaraderie becomes big. What has Gavin done for the camaraderie of the club for this year? I'm sure it's been a fun year.
Yes, it's been a great year. The young Grand Marshal we haven't had in the past, but now we have a young one, and the people in Houma, he's from Dugas, so everybody knows where Dugas is, and they are excited to have a homegrown Grand Marshal, which hardly ever happens. So we're excited about it, very excited about it.
But SP, your move when we talked early and we were talking about Gavin, it ain't only Dugas. This guy's on the map. I mean, so it's funny because everybody in Houma now claims ownership of Gavin now. So SP, what has he meant to the club?
Well, I mean, you were the first person I called when they won the national championship, and I talked to you. I said, man, we got to get this Houma guy in Hercules and put him as a Grand Marshal. And it just materialized. We start talking, and you tried to help me. There had a couple other people involved, and we're very fortunate to have him. Mainly, he's a Houma guy, and he thinks that he saw a lot of people when he was playing ball. Wait till that float turns around Southland Mall, and he sees those people on the road. And he's the first one to hit that road on the float. And they're all out there saying, throw me something, mister.
And I guarantee you, somebody on the stereo is going to be playing the LSU fight song.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yes.
They'll be taking pictures. He doesn't realize what he's going to go through.
I hope y'all have him harnessed in because he's going to want to jump off and have fun. And he's young.
I know it. I'm about to get a rope.
And I take exception to what the King said. There was no young Grand Marshals. I was 50 at the time. So that was young at the time, But anyway, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We have one more segment with the King and the Captain and the Grand Marshal, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
All right, we are back here on Bayou Time, a special Bayou Time. The crew of Hercules, they're in gear. When they get in gear, watch out. It's a lot of numbers. We have the King Kramer over there, right on the end of the set, Gene Kramer. S.P. LaRussa, one of the founders of Hercules. He's got enough energy for the whole city. He's the generator for the city. And Gavin Dugas, and he's going to be the Grand Marshal. Let me show you the baseballs he's going to be throwing. And folks, don't be worried. Look, okay? They're not going to hurt anybody. They're thinking about safety here. Gavin, let me ask you something. We talked about camaraderie. I asked the King what it meant for you to be in there. What does it mean for you to be asked to be the Grand Marshal for Hercules?
Oh, I'm very appreciative. You know, when SP and Mr. Kramer came to me about becoming the Grand Marshal, I couldn't have said yes fast enough. You know, it was a great opportunity that I was more than humbled to be a part of. You know, it's been awesome so far just to hang out with the guys and kind of get to know them a little bit more. SP's been awesome to me. You know, even every phone call that we have, it's been outstanding. You know, he's been nice and willing to help in any way that he could with getting everything done and getting our stuff made. You know, he took me there personally. So it's been awesome, and as well as helping my dad out with his outfit too. So it was pretty cool to kind of be a part of all that, you know, but I'm really excited to be a part of the whole thing and experience it with them as well.
I could hear the phone call. Gavin, we got you some bling bling on your outfit. Look, we got some stuff. It sparkles. The lights hit it. That's how he is. Huh?
Oh yeah, make it shiny.
Yeah.
I remember him saying it.
What are you working on now? I know you got other aspirations. Tell me a little bit about what's going on in your life right now.
I mean, obviously I got drafted by the Washington Nationals, so I'm playing pro ball for them 6 months out of the year. Starting soon here at the end of the month, leaving for spring training. But outside of that, you know, I'm training 100% out of the year pretty much, and working over at Elite Workforce with Kyle Falk and the guys, you know, getting stuff done over there, kind of like a little side job, trying to conquer the world of Houma and do all that fun stuff. So it's been keeping me busy, but
You're
it's been
working
awesome.
with Kyle the comedian?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know Kyle the comedian. How'd your shoulder?
Outstanding. You know, Dr. Fields over in Baton Rouge did a great job, and he got me right. So.
All right. So, King,
Yes.
what's the itinerary? Is there any breaks in the itinerary moving forward?
No, today is going to be stressful. Tomorrow is going to be even more stressful. So we're going to be going. But at this opportunity, I really want to thank my family and the board of directors of Hercules that really did a great job getting this all together for the club, for me, for the people of Terrebonne Parish. Look, this is going to be one fantastic ride. And the theme is throw me something, mister. So we're going to be Mr., Mr., Mr. So yell it out and we'll be there. I want to thank my wife and my children and my grandchildren for giving me this opportunity to do this.
Right. And Gavin, let me ask you, your girlfriend at this stage, has she ever been in a parade?
I think she's rode in a couple in New Orleans, but
Okay.
Nothing as big
So
as
she's from
Hercules.
New Orleans.
She is from
So
Belle
she
Chase.
knows about Mardi Gras.
She's got a good idea of it, but
Yeah.
I think Hercules is going to blow what she does is out the water.
Yeah, but she may know about New Orleans where they throw one beat at a time, but she ain't seen nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
So, SP, you breaking him in slowly here? Or you just
Well,
going right at it?
Well, we're going to throw it right at him, man. At his age, you ought to make it happen, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like I told you, when he turns from the mall, Bayou Gardens, and hits that park, you know, it's unbelievable for 5 hours now. We're leaving there at 5:30, 6 o'clock. We ain't going to get in till about 11:30, and we float number 1. I want to know what that float number 6 is going to get in. He might
Now,
not.
look, I caught you on you're not telling the truth because you don't get here till 11 o'clock.
Well,
So it's 6.5 hours. You got pretty good stamina. He might have the most stamina out of any Grand Marshal that's
Sure.
ever rode.
Sure.
He got it. I'm worried about you.
no, I'll be there.
You got this?
Oh, I'll be
How
there.
you keep that energy?
Hey, look, the Lord said, hey, have a parade. Hey, and I'm having a parade. I mean, this Mardi Gras has been a big deal for me.
And that bottle of vitamin B, huh? B is the energy vitamin.
A, B, C, D, I got them all. Hey, I got them all, man.
And just one more time, let me come back to Gavin. So having your family there, they've been so instrumental. Is that where you got the work ethic from your mom and dad?
Absolutely. You know, my dad's kind of instilled what it looks like and how it needs to be done my entire life. You know, he's been there through the thick and the thin. He showed me how to handle things and showed me how to do it the right way, respectfully and with honor. So, you know, my mom's done the same thing the entire way. So they instilled it in me, and I hope to kind of show that throughout the way.
Well, you sure have done it the right way. You might be the most pristine Grand Marshal in the history, not only of Hercules, but of growing Houma.
Hey, I'm just trying to be like you.
You got it all together.
Just trying to be like you.
Oh, no, but I think you've surpassed that. But look, congratulations and great luck to you. Just enjoy the moment.
Absolutely.
People will be taking pictures, and if SP gets in the way, you throw him back. Just sort of push him to the side a little bit, and everything will be good.
I'm about to put a rope on him too. We'll be holding each other.
Oh, yes, no doubt. SP, thank you for what you do for Houma, too. And King, thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
And we appreciate it. Y'all show the crowd a little fun, all right?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to be throwing about 4,000 of these balls. And on it, it says, hey, Gavin's name and LSU National Baseball Champion, hey, in our logo. Catch one of these is special.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And look, let's show it again because that's what he's going to be throwing to the crowd. And once again, just for safety reasons, the kids will love this, but put that on your shelf. You're going to remember that for a long time. I want to thank the crew of Hercules and the King, Kramer, SP LaRussa, Gavin, Dugas. Y'all have a great time. Enjoy the moment. And one last thing, how do we end it?
Hercules style.
Hercules style. That's a tradition here.
Throw me something,
All
Mister.
right, there you go. We'll be back with more on Bayou Time. Come out and see the parade Friday night.